Hello Malaysians, today I will continue from where I left off, analyzing the contents of section 166, section 217, section 218 and section 219 of the Penal Code, and the breaches of these provisions by these three Penghulu judges, Tan Sri Hishamuddin, what's his name now? Never remember these names really. Okay, I got them. Tan Sri Hishamuddin Muhammad Yunus, Zahara Ibrahim, and Azhar Muhammad. These were the three Penghulu judges who sat on the panel of judges at the Court of Appeal to deal with the appeal by Lim and Ho against a judgment awarded to me by Judge Zahara at the Court of First Instance, High Court, Jalan Duta. Anyway, in order to make it simple for everybody, there is nothing very difficult about these sections and about how these judges have breached those provisions, because it is a cornerstone, in equity, in the law of equity, that both sides of litigation must be heard. I mean, you cannot just hear one side and decide. That's exactly what I'm complaining about by who the action of this Penghulu Court of Appeal have awarded damages against me because by their action they have denied me the right to a defense, because I will not be able to participate in my defense because it's already closed. Damages awarded against me, and that's kaput. That's the end of the story. But you see, as I said, these judges, they do not know the law, because the principle in equity which I am referring to now is called audi alteram partem. This is so basic, you know. When we studied law in Singapore, this was just elementary stuff. This is first year stuff, you know. Audi alteram partem. Now, that's in Latin. I don't know Latin myself, but I know what it means, that one. So, I have gone to Wikipedia, English Common Law section, and called up this passage relating to the equitable principle of, or rather the principle in equity called audi alteram partem. Now here it goes. I'm going to read out to you. Audi alteram partem, or audiatur et altera pars, is a Latin phrase that literally means it should be heard, audiato, also the other party. In other words, Both parties must be heard. Hear the word Odi, the other side too, or hear the alternative party too. It is most often used to refer to the principle that no person should be judged without a fair hearing, in which each party is given the opportunity to respond to the evidence against them. The other principle of natural justice, which is connected somewhat, is called nemo iudex in causa sua, or nemo iudex in sua causa, a Latin phrase that means literally, no one should be a judge in their own cause. It is a principle of natural justice that no person can judge a case in which they have an interest. The rule is very strictly applied to any appearance of a possible bias, even if there is actually none. Justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. Audi alteram partem is considered a principle of fundamental justice or equity in most legal systems. The principle includes the right of a party or his lawyers to confront the witnesses against him, to have a fair opportunity to challenge the evidence presented by the other party, to summon one's own witnesses and to present evidence, and to have counsel, if necessary, at public expense in order to make one's case properly. Well, there you are. That is what I mean when I charge these three Penghulu judges of the Court of Appeal as criminals, because they breached Section 166, Section 217, Section 218, and Section 219. Of all these, Section 219 carry a jail sentence of a maximum of 7 years. So you guys, you Penghulu judges, you did not commit something trivial. You committed a major crime that calls for your punishment up to a maximum of 7 years. I will read out your names again so that the public can engrave this in their brain. Tan Sri Hishamuddin Muhammad Yunus, maybe Tan Sri Zahara Ibrahim, and Tan Sri Azhar Muhammad. You see, you three judges is so, your actions and your conduct is a glaring example of judges of the Malaysian judiciary, even at the highest level, do not know the law. Because if you had known the law, you would have known that by your action, by your conduct, you have breached the sections that I mention so often, 166, 217, 218, and 219. Okay, you did not know. You just did not know. I don't know how you got through your law exams, but you are all a bunch of mutheads. You don't know shit, man. You know? So, the question now is, I am applying to the federal court, and I'm wondering whether the federal court too will have such law illiterates, because my anticipation is that the federal court will endorse the findings and the decision of the Court of Appeal. Why? Because if the federal court act according to the law, and set aside the decision of the three Penghulus, the federal court, in actual fact, by their action, will endorse my call to criminally prosecute these three Penghulu judges. Right or not? Huh? If the federal court says that the Penghulus criminals of the Court of Appeal was wrong in awarding damages to Lim and Ho without first acting on the actual duty upon them to send this matter back for trial so that I will be able to mount my defense, the federal court will in actual fact set these three Penghulu judges up for criminal prosecution. That is the extent of your criminal conduct, Tan Sri Hishamuddin Muhammad Yunus, Tan Sri Zahara Ibrahim, and Tan Sri Azhar Muhammad. You three dunderheads, you have committed a very, very serious and a number of very serious offences. They all carry jail terms. Maximum is 219, 7 years in jail. My God. You see, so the question is I do not have confidence in the federal court. I do not believe that the judges of the federal court will have the professionalism, the integrity to deliver a verdict according to law and justice. Because if they did that, those three Penghulu judges of the Court of Appeal has to face criminal prosecution. And there again you get the other dunderhead, Tan Sri Patel. He is not likely to initiate criminal proceedings against his friends. See, that is what I mean. Malaysia is lawless. It is absolutely lawless. There is a law for the other people, but for the UMNO people, those cronies in the government, in the judiciary, in the police, in the military, they are all UMNO cronies, and they won't act even if the law mandates it. So today, I put it out to you, black and white. This passage that I read from Wikipedia, which outlines what is the meaning of Audi Alteram Partem, I want you to know in Malaysia that Malaysia under UMNO government is lawless. It is time now for the Malays themselves to take pride in their own society, in their own culture. See, what baffles me is this. Why does the Minister of Information, Rais Yatim, says to call all the Malays to unite? Unite against who? Unite against the Chinese? Unite against the Indians? We are only 18%. Unite what? Huh? What is there to unite? How about the PAS? Will PAS also unite with UMNO? Or how about the other way around? UMNO unite with PAS? Well, UMNO has tried so many times to try to pull in PAS. But for PAS, why should they be so stupid to join UMNO and become a junior partner when the environment, the present environment now, prior to the 13th general election, is all shifted to PAS and the Pakatan Rakyat. UMNO hasn't got backing, very little backing, and they know it. That's one reason why you never get them to call the election, because they know they're going to lose. I wrote this maybe about a year ago, this dithering ding dong, what date and what nonsense, postponing the election. I stated then 1 year ago that there will not be a general election. Well, I think there still will not be a general election. And even if there is a general election, the results will be stolen by UMNO. It is, look at what's happening in Egypt, right? Malaysia under UMNO will be a copy of what goes on in Egypt. Only minus this, Egypt, millions of people turn out to demand their political rights and freedoms. But in Malaysia, well, we don't have that degree of enthusiasm to enforce their rights. So that's the only difference. The sentiments of the people are the same. They want to have change. They want to move away from the deadbeat government of the UMNO. Well, I will talk to you again. Today I uploaded 8 of my video clips on YouTube. If you miss my postings in Facebook, go to YouTube. My site is Yap Chong Yi 1. On Facebook, my site is Yap Chong Yi. Very simple. Yap Chong Yi and Yap Chong Yi 1. Well, anyway, those that are posted in YouTube are copies of what you watch now. So tonight, having posted almost the whole day spent posting those 9 clips, this will be the last one, thank goodness, because so many hours spent uploading on YouTube. Anyway, I'll speak to you again, but the next time round, I will canvass for support of Pakatan Rakyat. I don't know anybody in the Pakatan Rakyat. The only person that I ever met, two of them. The only 2 people that I ever had face-to-face contact with ever was Lim Kit Siang, when he came to speak to our Lions Club way back, maybe about 50 years ago. Anyway,